No, I get my charger. Thank you.
All right. So what's happening, hoes?
What's happening, horse?
What's the deal?
Um, so look, this is how this is gonna work. For those of you, any of you who may be watching, we're gonna pretend like y'all not here for the duration. So me and the homies are gonna chop it up about shit that are related to mostly to women, black women doing stand up comedy, because y'all don't really get the tea on that, like talking about. So we're gonna talk about that shit, and you will observe. And again, we're
And you will
pretending
like
that you're not here at this point. So I have with me today,
real life.
I have the homies Rachel and Kelanna.
Yes.
it is I.
Okay, it's you.
Yes.
Somebody's feeling themselves.
The black girl being extra black is me, Rachel. And yes, I am greasing my scalp right now.
Yes, Rachel is the one greasing.
This was what this period of time was blocked out for, and I believe in multitasking.
I see that. So, so while we're doing that, so look, y'all. I know we be talking about stuff amongst ourselves, but one thing that we talked about not long ago was the way when you're working like white crowds, how it could put you at a ill at ease as it pertains to how they consume us as comics. Because, you know, a lot of times when people see comics as people telling jokes, but at the same time, I think they actually take us a bit seriously.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. So do y'all feel like responsible for that shit? Like, do you make sure that you don't say a certain thing that white people will take and run with it, like, oh, this is all black women? Or do you make sure that you don't make black women look bad in general or anything like that?
Rachel?
I mean, I feel like they probably already had their mind set up anyway as to what black people are and how we act and what we do and all this other stuff. So I could don't get me wrong, if I walk into a room and I see that it's a crowd full of absolutely nothing but white people, my game plan is to not adjust any of my jokes. Okay? Because if they make you uncomfortable, I don't care. But the only thing that would make me like really reevaluate what jokes I'm about to tell is if another black comedian goes up before me and they do the typical black comedian set. Hey, nigga, y'all know how white folks be all eating asparagus and shit? Like, that's the only time I'll adjust it. That's it. That's it. Otherwise, I don't adjust jokes for white people. Absolutely not.
Nah, I don't adjust my jokes for white people either. I mean, I have some jokes where I'm actually talking about them, and they laugh at the shit. So, I mean, what I find myself doing, and I don't think it's intentional. Sometimes I don't say nigga though. Like, I can be about to say it, but then I catch myself. I be like, and then this dude, I replace it with any other word, but I don't know why. But sometimes I take nigga out my set when it's a lot of white people.
Because, you know, they be feeling real appropriational.
Yeah, they do. But see, that's why I say it.
Are we saying nigga today?
But no, that's why I say it, because I feel like y'all need to know, if y'all say this shit to me, it's gonna be a problem. And there are certain things in my set I guess I adjust for, like with the whole nigga thing, because you know, you don't want white people getting too comfortable. So that's why I like to go on stage like let it be known. I want my presence to be known. I'm not with the shits. I'm not with none of the shits.
I guess part of it for me is kind of like I'm not gonna show you. Like, I feel like sometimes if I'm too relaxed on stage and I'm myself, they might look at me as an ignorant black woman. You know what I'm saying? So instead of saying nigga and using extra cuss words, because I get real, I have a lazy tongue. If I can cut through a joke with some cuss words or some slang, I'm here for it.
I'm doing it, yeah.
Just so I don't have to, you know, stretch out the joke and shit. But sometimes when they I just try to replace the words so I don't come off as this black bitch don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look like I'm cooning or seeming ignorant or something.
I don't say nigga very often, just period. In regular speak, like I don't say nigga very often unless I'm really trying to intimidate somebody, which is what I've started figuring out. Or if someone like does something just like
you mean when you're being an aggressive black woman, Rachel? When you're being angry and aggressive?
Yeah, like when my ex apartment place gonna try to get me to pay an extra $700 for some shit that didn't happen, nigga.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
nigga. I don't know what you thought, bitch, but I ain't paying no extra $600 motherfucking dollars, bitch.
When I'm actually
snatching the air.
The only time I say nigga is like, and just in general, I really don't even say it on stage. I've said it like maybe 4 times, like I can count. But for me, like I don't say nigga unless, like I said, I'm trying to be intimidating to somebody, or you just did something that's so dumb, like just so dumb that I was just like, nigga, what did you just say? Like,
nigga.
Like,
so like if they cooning, like if somebody cooning, that's when it's like acceptable.
Yeah,
like when it's really real.
Right. Like when you're watching Queens of Comedy or something.
Shit. Let's set the fucking record straight. What exactly is cooning?
Girl, look, that is a good question, because that can be, sometimes it's relative, and I guess some things are unilateral as far as what's considered cooning, and other things it's up to the taste of the person talking. Because I think we all can agree, that women be shopping is cooning. Like I think we can all agree, you can't stop a woman from shopping. Like the excessive act out at Cabbage Patch.
I think cooning or wetbacking or Asian, and I don't, whatever. I feel like everybody has their own term for it. I feel like it's when you play into it. Anytime you play into it in order to get something and what you want. So to me, not naming no famous comics names, because I will open for you. I will open for you no matter what you do. But I feel like there are some prominent black stand-up comics who are not Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle or whatever, who go, it feels like all they do is do the stereotypical black. So real loud, says nigga a lot. All they jokes about they baby mama, baby daddy. Ain't nobody married in these jokes. Just baby daddies and baby mamas. They all about how white folks do this and then white black folks do this. And like it's that whole, let me see. God, I really
like
hate
the basic comparisons and stuff, like the really just
really hate
not
to
even.
I would say I really hate to drop a name, but the honestly the biggest thing I can think of is Cat Williams.
Cat Williams cool?
I mean,
I think he does now. I don't think he started off that way. I think he does now, though. I think because he hasn't really. I think because Kevin Hart stole his career. I don't know, but
it couldn't be too.
Not Stovich.
It can't be 2 short black male comics at once.
No, it can't. There can only be
definitely
one.
not. Certainly not. Certainly not.
The minute another black female, like a short black gay female that's married to a white woman comes out, Wanda Sykes ain't gonna have shit to do.
She canceled.
She has to.
Yeah.
Because there can be only one when it comes to black comics. When it comes to like famous black comics, there can be only one, and they make us feel like that, like it's fucking Highlander, that we gotta chop off each other's heads.
It's because
and
we're
take
still
each
a
other's
gimmick.
power.
It's because we're still a gimmick. If there was another Jeff Dunham around, do you really think we would care half as much about Jeff Dunham and them puppets?
I don't care now, girl, but I guess you're right.
If there was another one, if there was another Jeff Dunham who had a comedy special out, we would all eventually be, screw Jeff Dunham. Let's look at this new dude.
I mean, I guess, but it's just, but when it comes to, I guess, to filter this down, when it comes to in front of white people and in front of black people, is cooning different? Like, is it a different definition now? Like when you, instead of like when you're in front of white folks and when you're in front of black folks, like does the definition change?
Right. I guess it would, because like I looked it up on the Urban Dictionary. They say a coon is a person of African descent whose sole purpose is to entertain white people.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can't be a coon in front of black people, according to the Urban
I don't think
Dictionary.
that's possible.
So what, like cooning is somebody, a black person who appeals specifically to the white gaze, like somebody who just caters to that and that alone.
Yeah, but what if you're only talking about what you know? So how would you be intentionally cooning if you're only talking about the shit that you've experienced?
But I think maybe that's what cooning is. Like cooning is when you go out of your way to do it, I think. When this isn't just you anymore. This is you putting on, you know, your little I guess you could say archetypal blackface and making yourself this thing for white folks.
If you took me a character. Like if you took me for example, I always say on stage I'm from Rowlett, Texas. From Rowlett, ain't nothing black, ain't nothing hood about Rowlett, Texas. If I were to get on stage and be like, "Hey niggas, I came all the way out from PG, motherfucker, PG, bitch."
That wouldn't even match. That wouldn't even match.
Pigs and shit, like
yeah.
That make no sense.
This is over the top.
Just wrong.
Right, just going above and beyond to be that nigga.
Right.
To that nigga.
I'm from Rowlett, and all of a sudden I act like I'm doing Def Comedy Jam on stage. What? Huh? No. Ain't nothing authentic about that.
But then that Comedy Jam, that was black people, so they wasn't necessarily cooning.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't cooning. I'm saying if I were to get up on stage and now all of a sudden I'm just like, man, let me tell you about why my kids ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't got no damn kids. Why am I doing this?
I hate my baby daddy. Let me tell you about this nigga.
This nigga is trash.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's the same thing cooning in front of black people. I think it's the exact same thing. When you get up there and you just being over the top, you just pushing it real hard, selling that black shit just real hard. I'm so black, but it's not even real black. It's just this stereotypical black where it's just, I got 4 baby daddies and 3 kids. Like that's that shit.
Right, right.
No matter who you're in front of, it's still cool.
You know who I think does that, but the white version?
Who?
What's that girl? Eliza Scherzinger?
Don't speak her name.
No, she does that. What? I never heard of her until this World War II joke crap came out, right? I sit down and on Netflix, I watched every single one of her specials on Netflix. If there's ever been a white coon, it's Eliza Scherzinger.
What sort of Eliza? What's her name? Eliza? Shut the fuck up. Is that her name?
Eliza.
Her name is not the girl from the Pussycat Dolls. That's her name.
Okay.
Not her.
Okay. Not Nicole Shepfish.
Whatever. Here's the thing. She made people laugh, and you know what? At the end of the day, if you make people laugh and you get a check signed over in your name for it, then good for you. Go for it. It may not be my cup of tea. Like, I don't think hashtagging all of your jokes is smart or funny. But she does it, and white people fucking love it. At the same time, I have a joke about spitting on the white people that white people fucking love.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, and it makes me mad because I'm extra militant and white folks love that shit. And I'm just like, it upsets me. Like, it makes me mad at myself. I'm like, why aren't you cowering in fear? Why are you laughing?
That's because you're a comic. They like, man, she could be, it's a possibility that she's serious right now, but she's a comic, so I'm gonna laugh at this shit.
And you know, there's nothing like the things I say that I'm not serious about. Like, I'll say in a joke that, you know, I want me a white male bed wench. That's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely. but you know, it's like there's a certain truth to it where I guess I'm making a commentary on white male paranoia of being in the same position as say a black woman once was, and that's like their whole fear. But when they don't, like when white people are laughing at the things I say, even though I know I'm a comic and I'm not the type of person to take myself too seriously, a part of me is like, am I cooning? Is this what cooning looks like in 2017? Being woke? Is woke the new coon?
I think cooning existed at one point in time, and it might still kind of exist, Elijah Scherzinger. But nowadays, I feel like people will do just about whatever they need to do to get a joke.
To get on.
It's everybody's doing whatever they need to do to get a joke. Mm-hmm. If I see one more black man dressed up like a black woman to tell me how I act, like that's, girl, come on.
Yeah, I'm sick of that shit. I swear, every time somebody share it on Facebook, I hides it immediately.
I be hiding and unfollowing, bitch. I didn't unfollow so many people.
Girl,
and I don't waste time. Like, oh, unfollow. Like, I give everybody one. Everybody gets one. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as I see like a pathological posting of you know, I don't even know these niggas' names, but this nigga with a wig, that nigga with a wig, this nigga with, like, as soon as I see that, I'm done. I can't mess with you no more. I gotta unfollow, bro, because you bad for my spirit. You're bad for my vibe.
Tuesdays on BET.
Blame it on Quay or something like that. The one who,
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of him. But I don't know. I try not to coon. That's all I'm gonna say. I try not to coon. Sometimes
but there should be. You don't really have to try. But you don't have to try not to coon if you being yourself. Like, if you being yourself, there's no trying. If you being true to who you are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In the back of my mind, the entire time I'm on stage, I'm like, you got it. It's okay. Don't go too far. Don't be too loud. Don't do this. I'm still critiquing myself as I'm going through the fucking jokes sometimes. And that shit that pisses me off.
Yeah. But I do that more. I do that in front of black people sometimes more than white folks. It's just depending on the situation. Because these old black people in the South, girl, they are not feeling me. And I'm always like, okay.
I don't particularly like it when old people are in the audience. Mm-hmm. But it sounds very ageist. Please come to my show.
Especially old black women.
But there's right, older black women, they do not be here for. Yeah. But you know, the older black folks that do be here for me are the ones that were like super militant when they were young, like I was. Like, and they are already at a point where if you say Jesus isn't real, that's not gonna affect me because, you know, you get to believe what you want to believe, or maybe I don't even believe that shit my damn self. You know, it's like there's a certain type of older black person that really, really fucking like me, but the conservative, Bible thumping, you know what I'm saying, Chitlin Circuit, Tyler Perry is still funny black people. They're not here for me at all.
I will say this. I really don't adjust my jokes ever for who's in the audience. Now, don't get me wrong, if I heard a comic and every other comic's talking about dicks as they do, I'm not going to go up there and then give you 5, 10, 15, 20 more minutes of dicks. I'm just not going to do that. That's just smart comic of me. However, I will say this. It's only happened to me a couple times where there are older black people in the audience. Older black people in the audience, I feel like I instantly I'm like, oh shit, this is Apollo. They're gonna boo me off this damn stage. Like, that's my that's fair. I'm just like, make sure you are on your shit. Put the drink down. Stop smoking.
For real.
Make sure you are on it.
Right, you gotta stay on top of it with them. Because you can't slip.
You're not allowed to. You can't slip around black folks.
But I mean, I'll be honest. But sometimes I'm surprised. It depends on the caliber of black. If you get the bar and grill kind of blacks, they might laugh. Even in a comedy club, some blacks will wait after the show. Well, some blacks, like I'm an old white man.
You know the blacks.
Some of these blacks, let me tell you. But no, like some older black people, they do wait around after the show to to talk to me about the set, or sometimes be like, oh, I really enjoyed your set. I really, really loved it. And hell, I'm shocked half the time. I'm like, oh man, you liked it? And I guess that's what I get for looking in the crowd, trying to judge, like, okay, should I change the joke or should I keep it? But sometimes I'm surprised though.
Yeah, sometimes you'd be surprised, but it's those audiences that rather listen than laugh that throw all of us off. We're like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So y'all paying attention? Y'all engaged? What's that?
I need you to be talking so I can tell you to shut up. So I know you're listening.
I need the noise so I don't have to focus on the silence. Like, give me the damn noise. But
Yeah, clink your glasses around. Let me know you're out there.
Right? I did a show right before I went to Baltimore, I think, or right after. I don't remember time very well. Anyway, either way, it wasn't too long ago. Did my set, including the joke about spitting on white people, which I did not do. My mom did, so it's fine. Just in case anyone's like, this black girl does not like white people. This is the fourth time she says spitting on white people. I didn't do it. My mom did, so it's fine. But I did the set. I don't really have very many black jokes, period. Like about being black. Like I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I try not to tell those jokes because I don't want to be a black comedian. If that makes sense. I just want to be funny. Like I don't want to be black first. Just make me funny. And then
what you mean, OJ? What you mean you're not black?
Okay.
I didn't say I'm not black. I said I don't want to be. I've been around people trying to. This is different from what I was about to say. But I've been around other people and they're trying to put together their show list. And then I'm just listening. I'm not even going to be like, hey, put me on the show. If you want me on the show, you'll ask. And they're sitting around and they're like, oh, should we use this comic? Well, we already got one girl. Oh, we should make it more diverse. Yeah, so-and-so's Hispanic. Like, I've heard that conversation before. Therefore, I really don't want to be part of it like that. I don't want you to be like, oh, we already got one black. We really need to make it darker and get two. Like we already got one vagina. How many tampons we got in that bathroom back there? Can we keep more than one out here? Like I don't want to do that. But what I was gonna say is I did a show, jokes went well, everything was perfect. End of the show, I'm grabbing my keys so I can walk back to my car. This white man comes up to me, was like, oh, it was super funny. Your comedy reminds me of who he say? Whoopi Goldberg, which it don't, but okay.
No, not at all. Like not even close.
Okay.
Not even close to
watching? Were you even watching? I said. Anyway, so and I was just like, all right, thank you, because I don't really take talking to people about shows well. It's weird to me. And then right before he walks off, his Hispanic partner comes up to me and introduces himself as his brown half. And then the white guy proceeds to tell me, I'm really funny, but I should pay more attention to who's in the audience. And then he goes, there's a lot of white people here, so maybe if you include us more in your jokes.
Girl, why you think I had an Indian man do the same thing to me? You should tell him more jokes about Indian. Motherfucker, you write some jokes for you. I'm writing jokes for me.
No. What he was saying is I was being too mean to the white people. I need to be better with including them. Like including them in. Now I just was like, are you gonna get away from me now? Are you really telling me I need to make my set wider so you are more comfortable? Get out of here.
Basically.
Get out of my face with that.
Man, fuck off.
Get all the way the fuck out my face.
Please do.
You can find all the seats in this comedy club.
Right. If you want to hear a certain type of joke, how about you go right there, motherfucker, and get on stage?
Thank you. Why you write some jokes, bitch.
Yeah, that's why I say I will not adjust the minute. This is probably also because I'm stubborn as hell. But the minute you're like, you know what you need to do, my answer is going to be like, you know what I don't need to do though? What you just suggested, which is make my jokes wider so you can feel more comfortable. Are you serious? No, I'm not doing that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, since when does a comic take requests? Bitch, I'm not a fucking cover music artist. What? Do I look like the piano man to you? No, I'm not. Do I look like the fucking jukebox
show? Yeah.
Fucking DJ stand up.
DJ stand up.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not mix and scratch these jokes, bitch.
That's what they think, though. You know what it is? I think the general overall public does not understand the difference between short form improvised comedy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get it.
Yeah, they don't understand what that is, but you tell them because we all know.
I mean, well, because everybody saw what's it called? Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
It was a fun show. I thought Wayne Brady was talented, which I do, by the way. But anyway, that's not the point.
That coon, I'm just playing. Just joke. Just jokes.
Short form improv, and improv in general is when you take people, or just one person, or even two people, whatever, and at that exact moment in time, you make it all up. Someone just gives you a suggestion, or they don't. Some people don't take suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
They just see something, they just start, and they proceed to basically do a play.
Mm-hmm.
And in real layman's terms, just make it simple for everybody to understand. They do a play for 10, 15, 20, 30, an hour, minutes long. And at the end of that play, they've been able to tell you a story or present a series of scenes or sketches that then hopefully made you laugh, right?
So is that long form improv or short form?
That's short form.
Okay.
Long form is when you do this over an extended period of time.
Yeah.
An hour, 30 minutes, a long amount of time. You do one
form. Sometimes you do get crowd participation. They throw out, scenarios, and they throw out character like
they give you the ideas to help you facilitate the story.
Yeah.
Right. Stand up is when one person who usually hates themselves stands up.
Hi. Me.
On a stage and tells written, prepared material that they wrote, hopefully they wrote, and then they're presenting it out to the crowd.
They wrote it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're doing it, they wrote it. However, I think we've all heard other people tell other people's jokes, word for word. So, but that's the difference. I think everybody just. I think the problem is most people view improv and stand up and honestly just acting in general as something that they don't do, and therefore it's all the same thing.
Yeah, and that is true. And it's kind of like we don't take suggestions from the audience, and I think they neglect that. I'm not about to sit up here and ask y'all what y'all want to talk about, unless, of course, I've run out of jokes and y'all are putting up a fight. Well, bitch, what do you want to talk about? Since you don't hear nothing I got to say, what the fuck do you want to talk about? But other than that, this has nothing to do with you.
But then, even then, you still go back to your prepared material. I may ask you what you want to talk about just to shut y'all ass up, but I'm gonna come back with a joke that's already written. I don't give a fuck if you suggest something that I don't even have prepared. You finna get these damn jokes. In
that order.
You about to get these
that order.
Get these jokes, bitch.
But that's what people don't understand. Like, anytime a comic asks an audience member a question, it really has, I don't give a fuck about your answer. I don't, because I already have the answer in my head. So you might say something wild, and it might actually cause me to say something like, honestly engage with you. However, 99.9% of the time, if I have a whole bit where I constantly ask the audience a question, and I always provide the answer. And 100% of the time, the audience thought they gave me the answer. I have no idea.
Comedy. That's how it works.
Like, what it sounds like when the audience member talks is you sound drunk, you sound high, you sound drunk and high, or you just sound annoying and as fuck, and all I'm going to do is get you kicked out. They all result in me getting you kicked out, which gives me so much pleasure. I love kicking people out of places. It's so much fucking fun.
I have never kicked anybody out of a place. Like, I've never known that joy.
Yeah, no, it's great. Known that
joy. In fact, nobody ever does that for me. Like, I remember one time a bitch definitely should have got kicked out. Like, it got to the point where I said, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna come down there and beat you with your own fucking purse. And like, and I was like, dead ass. And then her husband jumped up to me, no, you're not gonna be calling nobody a bitch. I said, no, you shut the fuck up, because if you can't wrangle her, bitch, you definitely can't wrangle me. So y'all both can sit the fuck down. Like, it really got out of control.
I can't remember his name.
Wow. Like, and nobody intervened. Nobody did anything. Nobody said, let's get these people out. Because she was attacking me. I didn't come at her. She came at me. And she just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
So did everybody laugh when you said that, though?
Say what?
I said, did they laugh when you said that, though?
No, everybody was like, oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
They were like, oh, Dee Dee's serious. She really gonna come down there and beat that bitch. And then she came up and got in my face afterwards, and she said, well, I think you're a bitch. And I said, I think you're a liar. And like, she really wanted me to hit her. She wanted to really.
Oh, that's
she
what
thought
she
she was
wanted.
gonna get me out my zone
She had the
and make me
Facebook
hit her
post
first.
ready.
Like, no, bitch. If you don't throw a lick, it's not happening. But if you do throw a lick, that's the end of your fucking life. So you ain't as dumb as you look.
Right.
You know that.
Have y'all ever seen like a headline comic kick somebody out or like shut somebody down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have. And I just, like, that was one of those moments where I was really like, somebody should have put her out. But they let her do that the whole night. It was one of these bar open mics, and just every comic that went up there, she was like talking at them, talking over them, and nobody did anything. And for most of them, she eventually shut up. But I guess she had a personal beef with me. I was the only black woman up there, and she was a white lady. So I guess maybe that was the factor in her disrespect.
I thought, okay, so
you could have just been drunk too. What is?
She was. That she was.
Okay.
At a few months ago at Cap City Comedy Club up here, what's his name? Ali. I don't want to say Sadiq because that's not his last name.
Ali Sadiq.
Is that his last name?
Yeah. If you're talking about the short black dude, glasses.
No,
he kind of fine or whatever.
He always be sitting down.
Yeah, with the
him.
Yeah, that's Ali Sadiq.
So he was here a few months ago, right? And I don't get heckled very often, and I feel like I can handle a heckler pretty well because I like to read people in my spare time.
You're a heckler in real life. You heckle people. You practice.
I love it. It's great. But, so at this show, right, there was this group of white people who showed up late, mind you. So they missed the opener. They missed 15 minutes of the feature. They came in 7 minutes into Ali Sadiq's set. All right. So he stopped the show, and they had a table reserved at the front, so everybody saw them come in. He stopped the show to talk to them and been like, "Look at this, the world ended. White people finally late." Like he, made a joke out of it. It was fine. But amongst this group of white people was this drunk white women. Drunk white women will get us into World War III. Like they have to stop. It must be
because they don't have no off button at all. They have no off button.
And none of their friends have ever told them anything. Their friends never snatched them up like they supposed to. So anyway, they get there late. Ali's going about 30 throughout the entire set. These white people keep screaming shit out, like they thought that they were part of the show type thing. You know how people do when they go to a show and they think they're being helpful.
Yeah,
you're not helping.
Shit out loud.
You're not helping.
That's what they were doing, but they were doing it in a way that they clearly wanted Ali to come talk to them. You know what I mean? You get it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at a certain point,
but they like that roast me, senpai, roast me. Like they love that shit.
They like that shit. So at a certain point, Ali stops the whole show and he goes, "Look, I know y'all having a good time, but if you open your mouth during my set one more time, y'all gonna have to get the fuck out." Right?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, damn.
And I'm like, ooh, okay.
Damn, Poppy.
15 minutes later, she does it again, but super loud, and this time she got the other people to join in. So he just flat out stopped and he cussed this woman out on stage.
Yep.
Right? So then one of the men, he was like, What are you doing that for? We didn't have to do all this. And I swear I got scared for these white people. Ali said, "Do you know anything about me? I've been to jail." Then gave out the list as to why he's been to jail. And then proceeded to tell everybody how he was going to whoop their monkey asses if they wouldn't shut the fuck up. And then he kept going. Ali started to come off the stage, y'all.
Ooh.
He started to come off the stage, and they finally kicked him out like 45 minutes into this man's hour set.
Gosh, I bet everybody else.
It took that long?
Yeah, no, they never. They came. They were just kind of like, "Hey, you know how they are? It's like, hey, you guys, be quiet," and then they leave.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm it down a bit while the headline's on stage.
Ali had me worried. I was like, this nigga's about to go back to jail. Like he's not playing.
But I'm telling you, if there would have been somebody like Louis C.K., they would have got his ass out of. They would have got the motherfuckers out of there. Even Chris Rock, maybe Chris Rock. I guess they would have got him out of there. But I guess when you don't have a certain amount of prestige, nobody cares about protecting you as an artist or at the very
Right.
least making sure that the audience respects you.
And that's
But
the number one rule to fucking stand up comedy. Like the audience, they have you get in there and you sit your ass in the seat and you shut up.
Shut up.
Ain't
But no
nobody
matter how
paying
many
you.
times, no matter how many times these people have seen a comedy special on Netflix, HBO, VH1, MTV, whatever, no matter how many times they've seen one on television, or they physically been to one, for whatever reason, with stand-up comedy, people completely forget the rules the minute they walk in the door.
Yeah.
yeah, they think they think that they have a right to have an opinion in real time about what you're saying. You
Yeah.
can't even wait to
Right.
talk about it after. You got to have it out with me right here and
Right
now
now.
about what
Right
you
now.
think.
Yeah. And I get it. I mean, when you sitting at home watching comedy, is the experience ain't the same as opposed like when you in a comedy club in a live show, the atmosphere is completely different.
You
And I
gotta
get
buy
it.
drinks.
Yeah. Well, no. The fact that you can feel the energy in the room. I know I ain't the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I think some of them they get it mixed up because they just are like, oh man, I'm here, I'm having a good time, I'm feeling good. Let me scream out some shit. No,
No, partner.
no partner.
I'm a real person. This is not a TV. You're interrupting.
Exactly. You can't pause me or nothing.
Right. You can't stop and say, "Do you hear this shit? Or do you hear this guy? Oh my god. No, this is me. I'm really here." And you
Right.
just interrupted me mid joke. Thank you. Now I have
It's
to
like,
deal with you personally.
why do you need to fact check my jokes as they're coming out of my mouth
Mm-hmm.
at this exact moment in
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
You don't want to fact check your president ever. Like, come
But
on.
do
And
you
if
think
and if
have you had more problems with white folks or black folks with that? Like, is it a white audience or a black audience that comes at you that way more often?
So for me, it's always white because of where I am. There's just more white people, and usually the black people that I have encountered at shows are all following me on Twitter now. They're
I
just
mean,
happy
for
that
me, it's
another
usually
black
white folks.
person
Like,
is
black
there.
people don't really come at me like that, but white people always do.
Like black people overall are shady. We'll rather say some shit behind your back than to your face.
I can say it's been. I guess it's been both for me. I mean, because it seemed like black men always talk the most during my set.
Me too.
Or
Like, and that's what I was about to say. Black men, if anybody,
Mhm.
if in a black audience, it'll always be some black man, and they always just start hitting on me in front of everybody in the middle of my show. Like, sir, can you just,
Oh,
if you want to pay my rent, sure, let's have this out. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You gonna pay a bill, old nigga?
That should be the name of your comedy special, Dee. Pay my rent or shut the fuck up.
Don't tell me shit.
Yeah.
But so with I guess the white gaze and catering to it or dreading it, in fact, how do you feel about like white women and gay white men and those little slick ways that they throw in these black womanisms like into their sets? Like,
You mean
you just
white girls still in gay culture, still in black woman culture, that shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when you see that on stage, like in comedy, like what does that mean for you as far as your own voice? How does that affect your voice, or what does it put in the back of your mind about your voice as a black woman?
Man, I guess right. Like I guess for me, like okay, I remember seeing this white boy on stage one night at an open mic, and he just kept doing the hip hop references and quoting song lyrics and quoting rap artists and all this kind of shit. This is like, dang, they have it so easy. Like I could not get on stage and people would laugh at me singing a fucking country song. Oh, I went to this fucking white bar and they were doing the two, what was it called? The two step in the middle of the dance floor. And I'm like this and I'm like this and everybody, I couldn't get away with that shit. But let a white person get on stage and talk about doing a wobble in a club full of black people and then singing Rick Ross lyrics. People laugh at that shit like it's the funniest thing ever.
We
Yeah,
about to travel, my
when
guys.
you do it though, when you do it, you corny. That's the difference. You do it, you corny as fuck.
Exactly. So I don't get mad or nothing like that, but it made me realize how hard I gotta work and what point of view I gotta. We have to approach comedy with a different point of view sometimes.
Yeah,
as Black
exactly.
women.
But you know what that is? That's the reason. I genuinely feel like the reason why. It's like when black people see a white person who can dance on beat. Like all of a sudden, it's the coolest thing that anyone has ever seen in life. Like why? How is that? Why? White comics who do that same shit. It's just because I've seen it. I've seen comics who've never told a joke like that in their life. All of a sudden, see more than 4 black people in the room, and all of a sudden they digging out jokes about Ja Rule and shit. Like.
Not Ja Rule.
They do that because Ja Rule. I feel like they do that because they don't have anything of their own to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we're at a point in the culture where even white people realize that white people are annoying, and that a lot of this is their fault. And so white people are like, "Oh shit! The only thing I can do now is also blame white people," and I don't want to do that. And what's cool? How white I look when I do black shit. So that's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, see, me like specifically, like when it comes to white women and gay white men, it's like they're constantly. I feel like even when I'm around them, they're constantly mining me for these little nuggets of black womanhood that they can take and just claim it as their own. Like they're constantly prospecting my steez.
Yeah.
And it gets on my fucking nerves. And then I see it on stage and I see, white girls saying stuff like, it was on fleek. And now it's like, or gay dudes talk about, cause hunty and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh God. Like, cause girl, a bitch needs to eat. And I'm just, why are you snatching the air?
Yeah.
White man.
Yeah.
But that's because they think what they're doing is appropriating just gay culture, nothing else. That Elijah Sure for her. What's her face? And one of her comedy specials, she does this whole little bit about black women, and actually it was about confidence and how we have to have more confidence. And the whole bit was something like, I'm gonna walk into a room like a black woman or something every day, and she's like, have you ever found like all black women have confidence? Have you ever told a black woman she doesn't look good? Try it. Like that was the whole point. That was the joke.
And that's another thing. It's like they marginalize us in such a way to where they make us like they lionize us in a way, and they put us on this pedestal, but at the same time they kind of ignore our humanity. We become this mythical creature to them. As like black womanhood is like a mythology more than anything. Like every black woman I know isn't confident. Hell, I wasn't always confident. I had to work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pop out the womb, rolling my neck, and bitch what you're not about to do. Like that didn't come straight out the womb.
And that's because for years they tell, first of all, you're a woman, so you shouldn't be that vocal any fucking way. And then you're a black woman on top of that. So, I mean, it just society kind of conditions us to think that we shouldn't be vocal or shouldn't be the way, as comfortable as we are now when we can, vocalize our opinion and just say what the fuck is on our mind without giving a fuck if I offend some damn body. I mean, not many men talk shit all damn day and people are, oh yeah, he teasing. That's right. As soon as a woman says something, she offending folks or she overstepping her boundaries or some shit.
And that's usually, honestly, that's a lot of the problem that I have, I think, with older black audiences in like the conservative South, like the Bible Belt. They are automatically upset with me about being confident, and not just being confident, not pandering. I'm not trying to gain their approval. Like, I'm not sitting here like, I love sucking dick. Like, it would be different if that's what I was doing.
Right.
I love me a long dick, bitch.
That's what a lot of comics are doing. The funny thing is that you can sit here and say like, oh, I'm not sitting here going like, oh, I love to suck dick. A lot of the comics that they love, a lot of the female comics that they love so much, all they do is talk about sucking dick.
Yeah.
That's it. They have nothing else. but
And
genuinely like
That's too
and the
easy.
thing is, it's like the sexual liberation of black women, or our supposed
it is too easy.
sexual, liberation. That's not the only way to display your confidence. Like,
Mhm.
I'm confident in my intellect, but that
Mhm.
scares people more than me being confident about, throwing my ass back at a dick.
Yeah.
And it's like they pigeonhole us while they put us on a pedestal. It's like they're they're condescending to us in so many ways.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yep.
Only white people are allowed to be characters. Black people, not us. We gotta be just the one thing, nothing else.
That is
Nothing
so.
Right,
else.
like
That
we
is
gotta be.
so true. I mean, out of all the comedians, Tommy Davidson is probably the most loose with his. Like can't nobody pull that shit off like he do.
For
Like he
real,
can
he's
be,
amazing.
he's like any type of character, and everybody knows him to be that bouncy person. But let another motherfucker come around and try to be like them. Like, man, this mug right here weird. Like black people, we got to be
Right.
forced to stay in a box or something.
And then white folks love Tommy Davidson. Like, white folks be rolling in the aisle for Tommy Davidson. He's
Mm-hmm.
hilarious. And black
He
people
is.
too, but he has that special thing that I love. Like, you can just really relate to everybody in
Yes.
that weird way. I mean, I wish I could do it. Apparently that I haven't mastered the art yet. I pray for the day.
Man, I cannot wait
Because
till I reach that point.
girl, I wish you could have been I wish you could have been at Mickey's last night, girl, to see me like get shot out of the sky by all them black folks. It was ridiculous. Like, and I couldn't even be mad or feel bad. I kind of just leaned all the way into it. It's like, oh, y'all didn't like that. Y'all gonna hate this shit. Jesus isn't real. Like, just
Oh,
like I didn't even
Dexter told me
fall. I
anybody.
didn't step away from the ledge. I just jumped right over. Mickey's Angela's room.
Yeah. So did you bring him
And
back?
Angela, she gave me some good feedback though, basically, about the way I do shit. And then she misheard my joke. And that's the thing, like with black people, I like to be subtle about shit. I like to
Mm-hmm.
leave a lot for the rest of you to figure out and to
Mm-hmm.
use your own context clues to glean what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she made me understand that I have to be a little bit more descriptive with my setups with black people sometimes. And
Yeah.
not because of, any lack of intelligence. It's just that they want you to just come right out and say it a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just grab it and get the joke out. But they don't want to waste time with you, basically.
I understand that. I understand that because that was somebody gave me that feedback when I went to LA when I did the Comics Rock convention. It was
Mhm.
like, you had a good set, but you started out slow.
Mhm.
Like get to your set the joke up quicker and hurry up and get to the punch. I'm like, but this is the thing. I don't want to rush through my shit. Then you still sitting there confused, not knowing what I was talking about because you missed the
Right.
whole thing because I was so vague and then just skip right on past that part. So I try to be descriptive so you can get the full out because that's how I wrote the joke. That's how I constructed the damn joke. So I'm not just gonna just skip over all this kind of stuff. No, you need to hear this.
Well, it's
But
not about skipping it. It's about getting it done in a shorter amount of time.
right,
It's about
right.
being more efficient with your language and
Mm-hmm.
getting the point across clearly without having to take up too much time and wear out somebody's attention span. Because
Right,
and then
right.
it just could be like the way you talk. Because I know I kind of talk fast sometimes, and I know
Mm-hmm.
the accent comes out when I get to talking about something. It's like you're not even really hearing what I'm saying. So there are
Mm-hmm.
certain words that you didn't heard every other word, and now I done hit the punchline, and you like, wait, what? What is this
Like what?
even
Like
about?
I meant. Like what's she talking about?
Right, I missed some of that. Because she really thought she said Dee, you lose black women, like older black women, they don't like abortion jokes. I was like, I never told an abortion joke. Where did that come from? And then going over it with her, and I explained to her the joke. She said, and she laughed hard as fuck over the phone. So that's hilarious. I didn't even know you said that. And I said, okay, well, you can't always blame the audience for your ineffectiveness as a comic. And
Right.
because
It's
that's
not
like
always the
immature.
audience. Sometimes it's pacing. Sometimes it's the order of the words that you put them in. Sometimes
Right.
it's the inflection that you use in one spot as opposed to another. Sometimes you just really don't give a fuck. And so you just say words because you're already there. You don't want to leave. So you just say some stuff in a microphone. And I feel like we all do that probably too much. I know
bullshit through a set. Night. Bullshit through a whole set.
Bullshit through 15 minutes. Like, fuck it, right?
I think I'm gonna just start twerking.
I'm not worth it. Fuck it all. Just fuck it all.
I'm gonna twerk the first 5 minutes of my set and see how that works out for me. Grab the attention real quick.
I'm just gonna readjust the microphone stand for about 15 minutes and then I'll start.
I'm just gonna give me some. I'm just gonna give me some music cues. I'll be right back.
There you go. What did Rachel say?
She said she gotta go pee.
Yes. Well, thank you for not bringing us with you.
I have to go as well. I've been holding this shit for like 20 minutes. So when she get back, I'ma go.
Y'all a mess. Like y'all couldn't piss before y'all got on camera like I did. That's what we should do. We should do a podcast from the bathroom one. Just the whole bathroom. Just everybody sit on the toilet.
Girl, talk about your feet being numb, hunty. Girl, who's gonna be sliding across the floor is me.
Doing that army crawl. God damn it. Been on the toilet for 45 minutes.
Oh shit.
You're gonna need a goddamn amputation after that.
Right.
But I know a lot of times for comics it's easy to say, oh, this crowd don't get me. It's too easy for me to say, oh, the black crowds that are conservative in the South don't get me.
Right.
It's like you just kind of got to try harder, and it's just the same thing with white folks. Like I have to write it different if I want it to come across.
So you're saying ultimately, it's not that the crowd don't get you, it's how you perform the joke or tell the joke, or how you construct the joke.
Yeah, it's about your performance and your performance alone. Either you good at this or you not. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the only way to approach it for you to get better, because when I left last night, before I talked to Angela, I was just I was a little bit bitter about it. Mm-hmm. Because I even wrote down in my notebook, black set, long dick joke, small dick joke, sucking dick joke, old dick joke. Like, and that was just a part in me, like being the asshole I am. So yeah, this is gonna be my black set. But it's just like, y'all, Deanna, come on now. Like, you get laughs. And she told me, she was like, Deanna, you get laughs in front of black crowds. Like, I've seen it. It's just that last night you had a rough kind of start and you lost them early because they heard you telling an abortion joke, and that's not even what I did. So it's just too easy to blame the crowd.
Because you killed it at the Improv. I mean, you killed it even at and didn't. So I don't. And that was a black crowd the night, and the night I had at the Improv, and then it was an all-white audience, and didn't.
But yeah, and a lot of the times it's just on your performance, and it was just on my performance. So I had to take that responsibility.
Yeah.
I need to change clothes.
But like that responsibility though, with that responsibility in front of white people, I have that sense of responsibility for every black person in the world. It's like, I don't want to misrepresent us and make them think the wrong thing.
Pressure.
This is
unnecessary pressure.
Do y'all feel that pressure though to like represent black people the right way?
I feel it because I'm constantly pushing it away. I feel like I don't represent anybody but myself.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Linda Joy McElroy Hall and Ray Allen Hall. Like, I feel like I represent those two, but that's it. No one else.
Yeah. But I can say sometimes I feel it and sometimes I don't. Most of the time, I just be having anxiety about remembering my shit. Make sure I pace myself. Because I have the tendency to speed up. If I hear some silence, then I start speeding up, and I'm supposed to be doing 20 minutes. Hell, I didn't finish a 20-minute set in like 11 minutes. So
that's how you know you bombing when you got you through your whole 30 minutes. You look up 10 minutes, then fast like, oh shit. What y'all gonna talk about?
Any teachers in the house?
Where my weed smokers at?
Got any parents? Any parents?
Was that a like? Did I get a like? Did I see a like? Did I get a like?
Y'all, give it up. Give it up for your wait staff. Give it up for your wait staff.
Oh yeah.
How much time I got in the back? How much time? Okay, all right. Looking at it.
Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and bring your host back up.
Y'all been a real fun crowd. Enjoy the rest of the night. Looking at it.
And then you go out to the bar, don't nobody talk to your stupid ass. Everybody be passing by. Congratulating all the other comics. So you did good tonight, and your ass just sitting by the bar dumb.
Right. Man, I was off tonight, waiting on some feedback and shit.
Man, I just flat out lie. I be like, man, I ain't give a fuck no way. I don't care. I ain't care no way.
That shit is so funny.
Somebody come out to you at the bar to it. Yeah, that was a good show tonight, huh? Yeah, I was on it. Oh, for real? That was you? Oh, God. But it's hard. Madam.
Right? Because I gotta go.
Well, yeah, it's about time, girl, because I gotta go and wash my ass, bitch. I gotta do like 4 sit-ups to make me feel like I did something.
Not 4.
All right.
Yes, bitch. Oh, and Kelanna, bitch, I did notice the braces off, girl.
Oh, girl,
I'm feeling it.
Girl, sometimes you just gotta, you know,
the glow up. Y'all done, but anyway, I'm gonna talk to you hoes later. I mean, I guess it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I want to be better prepared next time.
I bet you do.
So, you don't, Rachel?
No, I like just talking, but that's just because
that's what it's about. We just chopping shit up. We just talking about things.
Like
ain't nobody here but us.
If you wanna like send out the topics or something, that could work.
Yeah, just the topic. I'm not gonna.
I did actually, like a month ago when we first talked about it. All this stuff I'm reading directly from the message.
Well, new shit has happened within a month, Didi.
New computer, who this?
You don't save none of your messages in Facebook Messenger. Don't front on me, bitch. Don't nobody delete that shit. They last forever.
Okay,
forever.
Okay, whatever.
My little face be popping up. Oh shit, I'm showing weed.
Anyway,
be popping up.
So what y'all
anyway, I'm over it. I'm over y'all. So
okay, but Didi, what are you about to do?
I don't know. Like play with myself and go to sleep, probably.
That sounds good. Rachel, I didn't know we had a chat. We could have chat.
I got a show.
Yeah, girl, we got a chat box and everything, bitch. We could send messages to each other.
Okay,
official.
See, now we know.
Yeah, no, I got a show, so I gotta go.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Yeah, whatever.